Hey there, welcome back to another video. This is Roshan Cyriac Mathew, and in this video, we are going to learn about conditional formatting in Microsoft Excel. Now, if you end up liking this video, please do leave a like and subscribe to this channel and turn on bell notification to stay updated each time I upload a new content. Stay tuned. So first, let's talk about why conditional formatting. Now, conditional formatting is used in Microsoft Excel to highlight specific cells based on a particular condition. So this lets you easily identify the necessary data without the need to go and search for data manually. Now, I have created a sample sales data, and let's say we want to identify the customers who have purchased more than 5 items. Let's see how we can use conditional formatting to do this task. So to do this, we can select the quantity data column, home ribbon. Under style, you can see conditional formatting, highlight cell rules, and then let's use the greater than option. Now you can see a pop-up appear. Now by default, the greater than value would be set to 5 and the highlight would be set to red fill with dark red text. You can change both of them as required. For now, I am setting them with the default value. Now if you press OK, you can see that all the entries that have a value greater than 5 gets highlighted. Now you can use a filter to filter out these values. So we have all the values greater than 5. To clear the rules that you have set, you can go to conditional formatting and then select clear rules. And there are two options for this: clear rules from the selected cells and clear rules from the entire sheet. Now clear rules from the selected cells is when you want to clear rules from a specified set of cells. Clear rules from the entire sheets let you clear the rules in the entire workbook. Similarly, we can use less than to highlight all the entries that have a value less than 5. So let's do that. Conditional formatting, highlight cells less than. So let's change the color of the highlights. So let's make it yellow and OK. So there you have all the customers who have purchased less than 5 items. Similarly, if we want to find the people who have shopped between 3 to 7 items, we can use the in between option. So by default the value is 3 and 7 and both of these are inclusive, and if you click OK, it highlights all the entries that have a value between 3 and 7. Now say for example we want to identify all the sports items from our list. To do this, we can select the product column and then apply a conditional formatting to it. Conditional formatting, highlight cells, then we can type in equal to sports. And as you can see, this highlights all the entries that are under the product category sports. Now as this is a text entry, we can also use a text that contain options in conditional formatting. Highlight cells, text that contains, and then sports. As you can see, this gives the same result. Now, to find the people who have shopped in this month from our data, we can use the date occurring option. So let's select the data, and if you go to conditional formatting, date occurring this month, and then we'll change the color. So this gives you all the entries who are purchased during this month. Now for one of the most useful and important functions, finding out the duplicate entries. As you know, in our dataset, the invoice numbers will be the unique entries and they will not be repeated. So let's use the duplicate highlight to see the duplicate entries. So let's select the data, conditional formatting, highlight cell rules, and duplicate values. So as you can see, this highlights the duplicate entries in our data. Note that this option can also be used to find the unique entries as well. Say for example, we want to find the unique count of items from the quantity column. So if we select the data and then apply conditional formatting, highlight cells, duplicate values, and then we select unique. Now this will give all the unique values in this column. Now let's clear the conditional formatting. Okay, so the next thing that we are going to discuss is the top bottom option in conditional formatting. This function is used when we want the cells to satisfy a certain statistical condition like the top 10 entries or the top 10%. Say for example, we want to find out the top 10 sales in our data. So to do this, we can select the sales data and then apply conditional formatting, top bottom rules and top 10 items. Let's put it in green. So this will highlight all the top 10 entries. Similarly, we can find out the bottom 10%, the bottom 10 sales, the above and below average sales. So let's use conditional formatting to identify the above and below average sales in our data. So to do this, conditional formatting, top bottom rules, above average, and let's put it in green. And let's select the data once more and highlight the below average items in red. Now as you can see, all the entries in green indicate the above average sales value and all the entries in red are the sales value that are below average value. So this helps to visualize the data without the need to go and calculate it manually. So the next thing that we are going to discuss in conditional formatting are the color scales. Color scales help to visualize the range of values by applying a color gradient to the different values in our data. So if we select the data and apply a color scale to this data, we can easily see the values at the both end of the color scale. A higher value will be represented by a color and the lower value will be represented by a color at the other end of the color scale. So in this case, higher values are represented by green colors and the lower values are represented by a red color. Now similar is the case with the data bars option. So if we select the data and apply a data bar, you can see that higher the value of the entry, bigger is the data bar. So if I change one of the entries, say for example I change this entry, you can see that the data gets resized accordingly. The next thing that we are going to discuss in conditional formatting is icon sets. Just like color scales and data bars, icon sets are used to denote the range of data using various icons. So here I am going to use the icon sets to help me identify the data on quantity and sales column. So I am starting with the sales column and now I am similarly applying the icon set on the quantity column. As you can see, this helps to visualize the data easily and you can easily say which are the highest data and which are the lowest data. That's all for this video. I hope you found this video useful. Make sure to follow me on my social media channels to stay updated for more interesting content. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video.